Okay, so now we're in the dashboard section. So in this section, you're going to see a couple things that are important for your business. Number one, you're going to see your overall business health score. Now, when you first log in, this number is going to be 0 because you have no data installed. Okay, but once you put in data, once you put in your clients, your pipeline, any past deals that you have, you'll see a number generated here. And as you can see right now, the business is at 22%. It's weak, needs improvement. Okay. And the numbers rank from 0 all the way to 100%, which you could see on this line here. The colored line gives you the grade that you're going to get in the future. Okay. Now, what's really important to this CRM is the today's money task. Okay. This is what we bank ourselves on, which is knowing what to do next. So in this section, the CRM will look at based on all the data that you have and will see based on how much you want to make, right? So if the goal, like for example, in this CRM, the goal is 200,000. So if you want to make $200,000 for the year, based on what I got going on, it will give me certain tasks that match that goal, right? So it's affected by how much you want to make. Okay, so you can start here. You could see I have 2 overdue follow-ups, 2 hot clients that need action, call 10 expired listings, call 10 feasible sellers, and send 15 follow-ups. At the bottom here, you can either click done if you've done the task, you can start those follow-ups, or you can open up the follow-up tab. Okay, so also now, if you have clients that need action, they say do a call, and this is test. This is actually a client's name, but it's named test for the purpose of showing you guys this. If you hit call, it will bring up a tab that shows the client, the phone number, and the email. And then if there's multiple, then you just click done or click next, right? And it will move to the next client, and then you just make those calls. And then once you're done, you click done, and that grays out that module and and complete that task. The other thing is once you're done with all these once you're done with all the task, you can hit the refresh button and it will give you brand new task. Okay. No, the thing is the logic behind this, it will check and see, even if you click done and you actually didn't do those things or those things aren't cleared out, right? It will still bring the same module back. So if you hit refresh, there's an animation, and then it will let you know what you need to do. Clearly, I didn't make those calls. Clearly, I didn't log it, right? So it still bring back the 2 hot clients that need action. So that's what today's money task is about. It's very, very important. It can start your day. This is where you're going to spend most of your time just looking at what you need to do. Also, one more important thing. In the today's money task module, there it can tell you exactly what you need to do. Okay. So you're not guessing. So as an agent created by an agent for agents, we just don't want any guesswork, right? So that's where that's important. So every module will give you a how. Okay. All right. Awesome. So then let's move on to the next section in the dashboard. In the dashboard, you have appointments follow up. So appointments that you have today, those that are completed will show up here for that particular day. All right. So I have a test seller, I have open house appointment follow up type thing, or I have a follow up with an investor via social media. If I hit completed or no show, right, it will show up at the bottom here. If I hit no show, like so, it will give you an alert at the top, no shows, and you need to follow up. Okay. Now, the next set of modules in the dashboard is your activity performance. So you get this whole section is just giving you a quick overview of what's going on, right? Without actually going to the scorecard or your goal tracker. So activity performance based on your weekly activity targets will show you what you got going on here. Your pipeline health, how many deals you actually got going on, what's your close rate, what's your pipeline value, and then your annual goal pace, right? You earned so much, how much you've earned so much so far this year, what your annual goal is, what percentage you've completed, what you project projected annual is and how much you need monthly in order to meet this annual goal, and then how many months are remaining. And then this is your client temperature mix. It lets you know what percentage of clients that you have that are hot and ready now, how many are warm, and how many are cold, right? Uh, Now we move on to the next module, which is the business insights and recommendations. Based on what you're doing in the CRM and based on the data that you have inputted into the CRM, we will give you business insights and recommendations. Okay. Sometimes it's three, sometimes it's one, sometimes it might be five, six. It just depends on what type of activity that you have going on in your CRM, right? So these business insights are super vital, super helpful. So you're not guessing once again, you know what to do next. So now that we're at the weekly activity targets, this is where you set your weekly goals here, right? So these power your dashboard gauges and score grades. So based on how many texts you want to send, client calls, expired calls, Facebook calls, appointments done, showings, emails, new leads, social posts, open houses, buyer seminars, seller seminars. So you put how many of these things you're going to do each week or for the particular week that you're being graded for, right? And then it will affect your goals, and it will affect the dashboard gauges, and it will affect the scorecard gauges. Okay, so this is one of the first things that you want to do when you open your CRM, right? Remember that at the top here, your business overall health score, you're going to have a 0. Okay, 0%. But once you start putting in your weekly activity targets and start doing some activities, the score gauges and the dashboard gauges are going to start moving. All right. So once you've inputted those guys, then you save targets. Okay, so like client calls, you could see in the activity performance, right? I've made more than 20 calls, but if I change this and put this to 100, right, 100, and then I hit save targets, you see that the client calls drop to 55%. All right. So it's a good gauge. It's helpful for the agent and for you to know exactly what you're doing, where you're at, so that you could be and function as a solid agent and know exactly what to do today. All right, guys. So that's the dashboard.